Now we're seeing Johnny Depp getting the bad end of the stick once again, even though he's come out as innocent from the trials. And we're also seeing Amber Heard being the one who is the abuser towards Johnny, ultimately being most likely in the new Aquaman 2 film because of DC not having enough money to do reshoots and now having to cut costs because of Aquaman 2 being some of the most expensive films that are being produced within the DC universe. Johnny Depp's future in Hollywood laid bare by industry insider, they don't see him being redeemed. Johnny Depp's future in Hollywood still not very bright even after winning the bombshell defamation case against ex-wife Amber Heard. Despite the Pirates of the Caribbean producer Jerry Bruckheimer heaping praises on the star, industry insider doesn't see Depp being redeemed. I think he will have a career, but I don't see him being redeemed, the source said of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory actor. I think big-named people in Hollywood will steer clear from him. And often these big-named people in Hollywood are some of the most disgusting and sickening individuals that one can imagine. And then we have these people such as Johnny Depp who are innocent, getting the bad end of the stick. Meanwhile, these terrible people are still running things. As we could see with Harvey Weinstein, as he was the one who was sexually abusing many women throughout his career, and ultimately we saw him end up in jail, which is what he's deserved. Depp landed in deep trouble after the Aquaman actor penned an article in the Washington Post referring to herself as a victim of domestic abuse, which we know isn't true and that is false. Since then, various allegations against Depp, including him allegedly beating Heard and sexually assaulting her with a wine bottle, have come to light, which the Hollywood bigwigs don't want to ignore. Even though once again, at the trials, it was proven that Depp didn't do that, and that what Heard was accusing Depp of was false. Bruckheimer dished in a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter that he would love to have Depp in the sixth installment blockbuster Disney movie. But would Depp actually want to reprise his role? Most likely not because of what Disney's done to him. Disney, instead of just waiting to see what happened in the trials, making sure that he had a say in actually what happened, and ultimately being proved that he was innocent, they automatically cut him out and ruined his career forever. However, the Hollywood source does not see it actually coming true. Disney is the most scandal averse of the studios because of their brand and theme parks, the source told the Post. Meanwhile, Disney is making some of the most crappiest movies that we've ever seen, often having certain agendas backing these films that appease the 1% of the fandom, and the other 99% of the fandom often hate it, and are often usually labeled as haters and such. There are different levels of shunning, the insider shared. Depp is not at the Kevin Spacey level. My guess is that he's more in the Mel Gibson range. Now, Mel Gibson, back in the day, pretty much exposed Hollywood of all the terrible things that they were doing, and because of that, they just automatically blacklisted him from ever being able to do another big release. And in Depp's case now, him not even exposing anything, him actually being an innocent man from all the things that have happened to him between him and Heard, he's also going to be blacklisted because of that, because of him being innocent. The international audience will be happy to see him in things, and probably a lot of people in the United States as well. They continued. Of course, everyone wants to see Johnny Depp and other people like Frazier who were wrongfully convicted of the things that they haven't done. Now they want to see these people succeed because that's what they deserve. They are good people. But I can tell you something about both of those guys, Depp and Gibson. If you bring them up in the dominant studio world as candidates to anchor a film, it is not a no, but it is a question, who else do you have? So many of these studios don't, if it comes to worst, they will use them, but often they'll have them as the last option. So they'd rather find someone else who has a clean background with no bumps in the road, such as, Depp in his trial cases, and Gibson with him exposing Hollywood. They would rather find someone else who's much more clean. The source went on to add that Johnny Depp will continue to do movies financed in the international market, financed with foreign production companies. Now, these production companies most likely will be obviously a lot smaller, such as maybe indie films, but we've seen that with Brandon Fraser in The Whale. He was abused, blacklisted, and now he's making a resurgence with him being in The Whale and starting his acting career again. And him even now being considered as an Oscar worthy performance with him being in The Whale. The deals will come from people who are third or fourth tier. They show up with a lot of money and it all goes to the star. You saw at the end of Bruce Willis' career, you see that in terms of John Travolta. Now by the looks of it, we're going to be seeing it with Johnny Depp. And I hope nothing but the best for him. And I hope that he's able to please the fans and at least bring more happiness to the world. Anyways, guys, what are you guys' thoughts on this? I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. And also, today's Christmas Eve. Go spend time with your family and cherish these moments. Have a good day, everyone, and bye-bye.